Welcome into Game Night Live Rewind's coverage of the 5A state tournament. Second round action coming up for you tonight as we're live from Murray High School. The 6th-seeded Murray Spartans preparing to host the Springville Red Devils. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Pleased to be joined by Mitch Smith, head coach of the East Leopards. And Coach, we got ourselves a dandy of a second round matchup tonight.
Yes, this is going to be a lot of fun, although I'm not that excited to be here. I'd rather be coaching, but this is fun to watch. In a high school gym, and this time of the year is just great atmosphere.
Well, you talk about great atmospheres. This has been two great programs this year. We'll start with the visiting Red Devils. Coming in from Region 9, Coach Justin Snell does such a great job, but boy, they got some great outside shooters and a big man in the post in Vicentin. This lineup can create a lot of matchup problems.
They just play hard and fast, so it's fun to watch these guys. All the coaches in high school do an amazing job, but especially Springville. He just gets his guys to go and go hard.
And you talk about going and going hard. That's been, this class for Murray, a lot of juniors. They've started 2-3-year starters. You look at guys like Chudi Anosike, the state's leading scorer, a guy like Bowen Davies, who's led 5A in rebounding the last 3 years, Jackson Workman. There's a lot of experience on this group for Murray, and they're poised to make a deep tournament run this year.
They have a chance this year. They're deep, and they have everything that you need to win games. Shooters, bigs, and deep shooters, and guys that penetrate. So this is going to be a fun game.
Murray in the home white uniforms, and Springville in the road reds. As they work inside, this is Chudi, and Anosike going right to work. Soft touch from Chudi. 2-0 Murray.
Chudi is way too strong. You can tell that's going to be something they try to do early and often, is post him up with his size and strength, and he is a strong kid.
He, I feel like he has exponentially grown this year in his experience and his scoring ability, as that's Nadauld able to score it for Springville.
Yep, he got that shot up quick, got to the elbow and rose up quick before the defense could react to him.
Jake, 19 points per game this year for Springville. He's had a fantastic year as they kick out Workman for 3 in front of the rim, and there's Davies with the board.
He is a load underneath, and they tried to box him out. He's just too big. This is where Springville's good, up and down.
They're up the floor quickly. Oh, What a nice run. Jake Nadauld with the bucket, and Coach, that's beautiful execution on the break.
Well, they got it low, and he got his head up quick, and they dove to the middle hard, which was just a great play. That is just Chudi. He is just so strong.
It's like, what do you do?
Well, if I knew we would be playing tonight, we would have had a better seed and not play Olympus on Wednesday. But that's he got so good at this year at finding space and creating space. When he gets space, you're in trouble.
Just the burst on that play and then the touch to finish it. I mean, you can tell why this young man's averaging 25 a game. He's gone over 38 times this year. Just an incredible score.
When I saw him after our last game, I compared him to Carmelo Anthony. Just a strong kid, and people bounce off him.
3, that was short, but gets his own board, his hooks.
Whoops.
That one wouldn't go, and Springville, Nadauld with it.
Look at them run the floor.
Oh, how about Workman getting back?
Well, Workman is known for his shot blocking.
A little weak off camera on that one. Good call there, Mitch. Hey, look, if Springville's going to run the floor, you got to get back defensively, right? It's lock in there by Workman.
And that's what they do well. They got to, with Davies rebounding, it's going to be hard for Murray to get back when he goes to the boards.
And Nadauld with the 3. He's got all 7 points, but they got that outside shooting for Springville. It can be a big problem when it gets rolling.
Especially that kid. 19 is a lot in a high school game, just like Chudi. And if you look the next score, I think he's below 10 points. So, Murray may have to go box and one or something to deny him getting the ball.
Good hesitation there, and they're able to get it back to Chudi. Contact, it doesn't matter.
So we got 2 players out here tonight. That's fun to watch. A little one-on-one, up and down.
You know what? Let's just clear the floor. We'll just have Chudi go with Jake. Jake, ooh, that was on line, but just short. Is this knocked out? We'll let you know the clock you see on your screen, that's unofficial. We'll do our best to keep that synchronized with the clock here in the gym. At times we'll start it early, start it late to try to keep that in sync. But that is unofficial, just for your information. 7 apiece. Good start here.
They may look for something away from Chudi right now to just get something easy. Sometimes they do Davies for a lob.
That was Trayshawn Trammell with a nice little hesitation there to create the driving lane.
He has a great burst off, just a great first step and beat their guy.
Jake looking back here, Coach Snell calling out the play. Off the screen, Vicentin rolling. Nadauld works it back to him. Great execution.
Yeah, they did a pick and roll to try to get Davies to switch to that great Springville player, and then when they doubled, they dumped it off to the big.
Anosike trying to work around that Davies screen. Work to the corner here. Trammell, miscommunication, and it's Springville basketball.
You can hear Springville yelling to their guys to go over the pick to try to run them off and not give them lane and run them off the three. And Murray's just a little bit too strong up and down the roster.
Talk about the experience of Murray. This is really the year where we expected that to pay off. The 6th seed, had that first round bye. They're positioned with their bracketing to be able to make that run, but Jake Nadauld, he's got other plans tonight for Springville.
Springville's not an easy out ever.
No.
And anybody that's played them in state 2 years ago, 4 years ago, my son being one of them who lost when they played Woods Cross, you can't look past Springville. They're always going to be a chance to win everything.
Vicentin had the rejection on the one end, and then it's lost out. It'll be Murray basketball, but they are just a gritty bunch. They have been for years, and I think Coach Snell coming in, I mean, I don't think anyone gave them much of a shot against Olympus back in the day and Woods Cross team. I mean, this has been a really good program for a number of years.
They just play basketball the right way, and if I was Murray, I'd be a little bit worried going up and down with them. You know, a little more half-court offense fits Murray a little bit better.
Nice floater there from Jackson Workman. And he's a guy where I think Murray has a lot more kind of balanced scoring depth on the floor available, and if they can get that going, that can be advantageous.
Yeah.
Chudi.
Well, a little bit out of his reach. That's a little bit, you know, Springville, they speed you up a little bit like Olympus does and get you doing things you don't want to do. And we've seen a couple of plays by Murray, behind the back pass, a deep pass there that they may want to get it more into the half-court offense, like I said. But what do I know? I'm here commentating and I'm not coaching tonight, so you have that.
Springville still with it. That shot won't go. Rebounded by Davies.
We had a view of that, and Davies was well above the rim right there. That was a great block.
Was that Davies able to score?
That was Davies off the glass, using his body again, going strong.
Murray back on top here, 13-12.
Back to that pick and roll action.
Able to get that over with Burton Ryder now. Davies, stride for stride with another rejection to Workman.
If you get twos out of Workman, that's a big bonus. Usually he's spotting up for three, but he ran the floor great there.
He had a game, a week or two ago where I think he hit 5 or 7 threes. It was a huge number.
And they're deep. Jimmer Fredette kind of ruined basketball where they don't care about the three-point line anymore. They go closer to the logo.
See, I would say Steph Curry was responsible for that too. Corner three. I couldn't tell if Chudi got a piece or not.
He affected it for sure. He was a good closeout.
He'll pull on the other end. Murray feeling good here early, and that was a 3. So 18-12 the advantage here for the home side.
That was a step back, pull back by Chudi, and he knocked it down.
That's the piece for Springville that I think they've got to go to in Vicentin in the block. Nate with a nice little hook shot
This game's going to be in the high 80s the way they're playing.
No kidding.
This has been impressive how both teams are playing offensively.
Coach, we don't pull you away for games in the 40s. You know, we're going to have the fireworks show up as this loss now to stay here.
That's why you didn't do any East games. That's how I coach, is the 40s.
Oh.
I'm known as a defensive coach, not a big offensive guy. And so if you ever want to hire an offensive guy, I'm not the guy.
Hey, well, while we're on that topic, Coach, shot clock next year. You looking forward to it?
I'm thrilled for it. And I've had to watch these telecasts every year, and you guys complain about the stalls down the game, so I'm thrilled that there's a shot clock.
Whoa. Let's clarify something real quick. That's Dusty's platform. He loves the shot clock, and he's going to run out of things to say next year.
I love it, but the tendency at the end of the game, you're up 4 and you get scared to death and you start holding the ball. And when I finally learned this year, and I told my coach I'll never stall because I'm not good enough coach to make him hold it long enough without a turnover.
Chudi with a rare miss from close. Springville on the other end. Jake.
Well, Jake is a good player. His head's up and he reads really well.
Love the find, but
yeah,
Davies probably got a piece of that again.
This is where Chudi's dangerous in space.
Back to Chudi. You know, the moment that ball leaves, a lot of players would take that off, but Chudi, I love the recognition to go right to the rim, and it comes back, and there's a block by Davies.
The quarter's about to come. Otherwise, I'm sure Springville would do a timeout right now. It's kind of rolling a little bit uphill for them, and they want to try to slow things down so you can defend a little bit better and start getting up and down the court. If you watch Murray starting to jump that pick and roll to send Springville back and not give that great player any space.
Here's Workman with it. As our clock down to 12, stolen away. Oh, aggressive defensive play by Nadauld as he'll lay it in on the other end.
That was needed by Nadauld.
Claire
get a shot off here.
Gets it to Davies from the elbow, rattles out. Man, entertaining first quarter, 2016. Murray with the lead after one.
That was a great first quarter. You didn't have to use dump button on me, so all things are good.
We'll step aside, have the second quarter. When we come back, you're watching second round playoff action only on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Dane Stewart and Mitch Smith here. Murray, Springville going. We got ourselves a heavyweight battle here in this second round as Nate on the drive, sends to the corner. 3 on the way from Burton. Back of the rim, and Chudi with the board.
You always look to see how teams come out in the state tournament, and both these teams came out the right way. Coaches did a great job of getting them ready to attack the game and not kind of hide from it.
How hard is that on a short week with teams you're unfamiliar with? I mean, they played Wednesday, they're playing again Friday, and different matchup. How hard is that to get your team kind of refocused and centered?
It kind of makes it sometimes a little bit easier because you're just going real quick and you're in a routine and you don't have to worry about prepping too much and thinking too much. But sometimes they're high school kids, and sometimes that's good. A high school kid doesn't know better. They don't know that this could be their last game of the year or their last game of the career. They just come out and fight.
Springville basketball, and as good as Murray's played, look, Springville's going toe-to-toe with them right now. If you're Coach Snell, you got to feel good how you've started on the road. Can you maintain it as Nadauld? Man, how about the runner?
I was just complaining about the low percentage floater and but he's really good at him. He just hit another one, so thanks.
Pulls him back to within one possession here. Davies, that shot won't go, and the grittiness of Springville has the Red Devils right in this one.
Another step back. Yep.
And Chrisman able to board it. Here's Chudi. Had 12 in that first quarter. He's work near side. Workman trying to drive. He'll try to match the floater, and that's short.
They got to run out. Kid coming behind. What a
through
step
traffic.
through.
Bowen Davies again.
I think that's Davies' third block so far tonight. He's really controlling the middle, so that probably explains why there's so many floaters.
He's going to come off the floor and rest those calves muscles that have been just been taking launch sequence time after time tonight as Bowie has come on here for Murray.
Boy is really good. He blocks a lot of shots. In our first game against us, he probably had 5 blocks. Just a great athlete.
And one. And guess who? Nadauld tied this thing up, and he's got a chance to give Springville the lead here.
He just finishes great around the rim and finds the open space and is able to float it up over the athlete. That was a great finish.
How about a young man who we're going to wait? All right. He's 2 points away from his season average, Coach. We got 6 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Like I said, I'm a stubborn coach, and we thought about it against Olympus on Wednesday, going triangle and 2 or box and 1. But I think Springville has too many players around him to do that, and that's why the hesitancy of Murray to not go against that.
Chudi works that back over with Chrisman. And Chrisman drawing contact here. That shot won't go, but he'll have free throws coming up, as that will be the 4th team foul here on Springville.
Yeah, just looking at the foul count, and it looks like no one's in trouble, and they can keep attacking the guys driving, but both teams use their bodies well to create contact in this first half.
First free throw strong from Quentin Chrisman, the sophomore at the line. He's got one more here, trying to tie it up. The winner of this game advances to the quarters. We'll take on the winner of Payson and Timpview, as Chrisman able to do so. 21 apiece here. That should be a good second or quarterfinal matchup, regardless of who the matchup may be.
Boy, every player in Springville catches and looks to drive and face them up and then kick. They kick right at the right time when help comes. Seems like Murray's kind of scrambling on the closeout because they're kicking it at the exact right time to make them have to close out a little hard and not be able to recover quick enough.
That foul on Chrisman, his first. Mortensen, and we've got an offensive foul.
He kind of got baited into that. I was watching him body him up for 2 plays into that, and that's kind of what happens when you play. You catch the second one, and especially the star player, you got to kind of see they're baiting you for that.
They bring Vicentin back on the floor here, Springville does. Of course, Nate, the younger brother of Justin, up at Idaho State right now.
Trying to get Chudi in the paint again. Now they're denying Chudi. They're being a lot more aggressive with him.
Yeah, Mortensen having that defensive matchup. Boy, hands on him there. Somehow that pass threaded through, but it won't go down. Springville on the run here with Jake Nadauld. Little pump fake opens up the lane. That won't go. Tapped out. Springville has it.
Oh, he's got 3 on him.
Trying to go to Vicentin. Got caught in midair.
Yeah, if this is college, both teams would be excited for the TV timeout. Just getting a little haggard out there, just playing a little quick.
How hard is it? You come out, you have great energy early to maintain that over the duration. I mean, our team's getting kind of settling into this one?
Honestly, the hardest thing, because I have a great player on my team, Kevin Doe, that I rely on, it's hard to take him out. And you can kind of see Chudi and the Springville Star kind of need maybe a minute breather to regather and refocus, because you start playing hard, you get a little tired, and your mind goes first, not your lungs.
Chrisman able to hit the corner 3, the lead back to Murray. There's Vicentin. Got Chudi in the air.
That was a great finish and a great job by Murray not to foul him on that shot. He jumped straight up on him and didn't get any contact.
Oh, Chudi saw that open up and fouled there.
They may be getting Chudi out here in a couple subs to give kids a break.
And they will bring on subs, but it will be Auclair and Chrisman that head to the bench here for Murray. Chudi saying that, hey, that was on the shot. I don't know if he's going to win that conversation.
Well, as a coach, I'd be asking for the shot too. I think that was on the shot, but they may call it down low on the drive.
You ready for the key word? I don't know if you know this. You probably do. Habitual shooting motion. That's what the rule book says. So as an official, you're apparently supposed to memorize the habitual shooting motion for every player and determine whether it's
like
on the
the
shot
tuck
or not.
rule. It's a made-up rule to make coaches angry.
Oh.
Maybe after shot clock we'll get video reviews so they can prove me wrong. And honestly, this year the refs have been amazing. And what makes a great ref is not the calls, it's the temperament.
Yeah.
Like how you deal with the players, how you deal with the coaches. And I was really impressed this year with how the temperament of the refs, how we interact, and you can tell that's a focus.
And it will be on the floor. They might have been talking about something else. I have no idea.
I think they were looking at us, making sure we're doing a good job.
That's got to be it, right? Yeah.
That happens a lot when I'm in the building. My wife would tell you, I'm just good looking, and it's hard to take the focus away from the game.
You do stand out.
Not in a good way.
That one batted around, and oh boy, a block underneath, but Vicentin with
that
the
was
putback.
4 offensive rebounds, and that's just how Springville plays. They play it hard.
I mean, you talk about sheer stick-to-itiveness, right? Just never giving up on a play.
They didn't. Ooh.
Traveling violation.
Getting the big back in for Murray to help on those boards.
Yeah, Davies back on the floor. I thought maybe there was contact on that drive with the body, but
depends which coach you are.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm the offensive coach, you're looking for a little stuck-out knee there. They let it go, which is kind of nice. You got to let some things go, or me and you'll be here till midnight.
Right. Yeah, we got things to get to tonight, huh? Nadauld blocked by Davies.
That's his 4th. This could end up into a dunk for the big.
Chudi.
Oh, good finish.
And an offensive foul called on Anosike.
You know, that's a tough thing for the high school refs. I wish they would adopt that circle underneath, for injury and just a tough call, because he was right under the rim when he took that.
See, now you just made a BFF forever in Dusty Litzer. So he's shot clock and he's restricted area. And now that we have the shot clock, that's the next platform for Dusty Lister is restricted area underneath.
Well, you come up
for that reason.
You come up with things that will make it easier on the ref, because there's nothing tougher when a guy goes to the rim hard and he finishes the shot, and then they call a foul after the finish.
Well, and even the passing crash, right, which is a frustrating play as well, as that tapped out, and it'll be Murray basketball, just over 3 to play.
Yeah, the passing charge is a tough one, because literally you could stop at half court and take a charge on a guy every time.
Right.
And by rule, the ref has to call it, and it just puts everybody in a bad spot.
It does, yep.
That's why when I ref, I just let everybody beat each other up and not worry about it.
Yeah, I just don't call fouls. That one thrown into the stands. And again, maybe some contact there assisting it, but consistency, right? And for me, that's the big thing with officiating is like, look, just call it the same, and we're good.
Yep. Both teams, I think both of us can see it, are just kind of playing a little bit fast right now.
Yeah.
And when they come off picks, they aren't letting the pick be set, so that's speeding things up.
They get it to Davies. Good movement without the basketball.
That's that old Utah State play that they run, and they do that dit-down pick for the big to slide underneath.
Did you do that in your day?
No, I wasn't good enough. I'd have to go after the rebound. That's it.
Vicentin here fouled on the shot as Davies called for the personal.
Actually, the guy who's being booed is my old teammate, Billy Perkins, so I may clip this and send it out to him and say I kind of agree. He's a great ref, and he understands the game. If you're watching, I love how he's talking to the coach. They're just discussing.
Yeah, that's one of the things for me. Whenever I see the hand come up like, coach, that's when I'm like, all right, come on, right? Like help the coach know. And I know sometimes they can go too far, and officials are trying to protect that a little bit, but it's important to be able to have that dialogue. It's 0 for 2 at the line here.
Keep them in the box, near the box usually, and then have dialogue. That's too bad. He had the 3, and the kid ran out on him, and it made him just kind of drag that foot when he started to drive.
Yeah, a traveling violation gives it back to Murray. Coach, it's an 11-6 second quarter here for Springville. Nice response for them here in this second quarter. High post, back with Trammell.
They cleared it out for him. What a block.
Vicentin on the help, and then dribbled out.
Springville ball. Ooh.
I thought we were going the other way too, but
video review.
Official right there. He's going to keep it here.
I'll stick with the good eyes on the court by the refs.
Chudi in the paint again, but too strong, and Vicentin has the board. Chudi, he's going to be bruised up after this one, Coach. He is being aggressive, and he's taken to the floor several times. His workman here called for the personal.
So I might have missed it, but did Davies pick up his second foul?
He did, yeah, on that last call. He picked up his second and
tough.
came out.
That is tough. Look for Springville to start attacking the rim right now and getting that great floater going again.
That over the head of Vicentin, but that's what teammates are for, to back you up, right? Jake with it.
That is. And Murray's still talking about that last call, so they know how critical Davey is.
They work over with Burton, and now far side, Nadauld has it around the screen for three.
Wow.
20 points for Jake Nadauld, 20 of their 28 in this first half.
And that was probably the first time in the second quarter where Murray didn't jump the pick and went underneath, and they paid for it.
Long jumper from Workman, able to score it. We're tied up again.
He is really, Workman, honestly, he looks like he's an 8th grader. But the
Yeah,
kid is killer on the court. That was a great pull up and attack the rim.
Chase Haslam works back to Nadauld. Jake. Oh, good find underneath. How about the unselfish play by the senior?
That was a great read. They did jump the pick that time, and he went baseline and draw and kick for the defense. Drew the defense and hit the big for a layup.
Chudi working on Clement. Count it. I love that Chudi's still being aggressive. He's had some missed shots from close, some physicality, but he's still attacking that rim and gets rewarded here.
He's not worried about the physicality at all. That's nothing on him. He's just going through bodies, and that's just how he plays. And that's what makes a great player. You go through contact. You don't go away from it. That's why he's had a couple and ones already.
31-30, Murray out in front, inside of a minute to go here in this first half. Inside Vicentin.
That's too bad. It's good look.
Very good look. Oh, the reach.
And that's Chudi going downhill. That's like a European foul. Take a foul early because he was going to get the layup even though it's 1-on-1.
Now the 7th team foul, so 1-on-1 here for Chudi. That's the hard thing, right? It's like, how aggressive do you try to be defensively on him, because he does have that athleticism to get around you so quickly.
And that's what makes Murray tough. If you do throw an extra body as he's driving, he's going to find Workman or Davies or someone to hit the shot. And you're seeing that for both teams. Both teams have star players that they're not throwing multiple bodies at yet, but they may have to start, or this game is going to keep playing like this. I think I'm going to have a nightmare of probably a deep three from Springville again. At the buzzer.
They've been known to do that once or twice,
Yeah,
huh?
I haven't recovered.
Yeah.
My son played for Woods Cross 2018, and they did that against us.
I still, that game, I don't want to talk about that game.
Don't talk about it. Another floater.
Nadauld. Ooh, betrayed. Loose ball, and Springville has it. Ooh, dual possession. The arrow will give it to Sparta.
Now, that was a quick jump ball, but you call it quick so they don't end up on top of each other.
Yeah. But that's a big one. It gives the ball back to Murray. They can go up multiple possessions here at the break.
This is a big possession. If they can get a score here at 2 or 3 and go up 5 after this close first half, that'd be big.
Yeah. How about the way they closed out? I mean, it was not a great start to this second quarter, but strong response. Chudi off the mark.
It's good defense.
Hey, great first half. 33-30. Murray leading Springville at the break. You're watching second round action of the 5A state playoffs only on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Start of the second half. 33-30. Murray leading Springville. Dane Stewart and Mitch Smith of the East Leopards. Coach, first half was impressive. What did you learn in the first half, and what do you expect to see here in half number 2?
Well, both these teams are playing at extremely high level. It's just really fun to watch, the decision-making and the attack. So look for more of that, and we'll see who blinks first.
That's great vision to find Mortensen underneath. Able to score back to within 1 here.
Another one of my favorite floaters from about 6 feet out. Knocked it down.
Yeah. I didn't want to reference that. But that has been the shot for Springville. Chudi Man, that just sat on the front of the rim and came off.
That was great scouting. They saw that play coming, and he bodied up Chudi so he couldn't elevate.
From the corner, that three long, batted out. Oh, how about the track, but the hand was out of play. It'll go to Murray.
The Springville kid just out hustling with the ball there and almost came away with it, but slid out of bounds. That was a great hustle.
That was Cole Clement, came from the opposite side of the floor. Nearly saved that for the Red Devils.
About 15 feet behind the Murray player and got to the ball first.
That's a multi-sport athlete for you. Football player for Springville as well.
Is he on the defense for Springville? Because he just hit a wide receiver across the middle.
How about another Murray three? They've shot the ball from long range very well tonight.
Well, they're a great catch and shoot team. He didn't sit on the shot long. He caught and it went up quick. You have no time to close out.
Mertz.
Let's see if they jump the pick and roll here. Yep. Did a switch.
Near side, Nadauld with it. Had 20 in the first half.
Oh, didn't secure that, or that was going to be a three.
Jake.
Good step back. That was a great jab step. Got the defense off and then came back into it, but just jabbed him to the middle. He got some room to knock down the three.
I mean, he's debuting for NBA Jam tonight. He's been on fire all night from long range.
That is old school NBA Jam. He's got the hot button going right now.
That ball is coming out of his hands with flames coming behind it. Burning nets left and right as Trammell there drawing the contact, and he'll have a pair of free throws.
I think he was 1 of 2 on the first half. Let's see if he can knock them both down.
And
that was my fault. I will apologize to him and his family for jinxing him.
You know what? It happens. I do that every game I do. So welcome to the club, Coach.
No, my family knows me. You can't even say that watching it on TV, and I lose my mind, and I did it to someone.
1 for 2, splits the trip.
2-point game here. Well, they've cleared out the side for him. Good jump.
Couple switches there off screens. They send it out. Little pump fake baseline drive. Hang in. That shot won't go. Offensive board from Bortonson it was. My apologies. Nadauld here.
Another step back. Ooh, he almost drew the three free throws, right?
Now trying to work on Chudi.
Yeah, they got to call that. Chudi got that left arm in and kind of pushed him off the dribble, and he hit it really well.
How fun is it when every time Jake just has that little movement, we're both like, oh, we're just waiting for that next look because he's had that kind of a game.
He has everybody on skates right now. It's really fun to watch. They're just kind of on skates and they're not getting their footing. Good slip pass right there and good finish.
Springville tying it up here again, 37 apiece.
Just seeing this problem with Springville right now. They're just so well coached.
Help came over, the ball forced near side, and the three knocked down by Hooks.
That was a big three because Springville was coming after him hard. That was a big three for Murray. Oh, he got it. Good read.
The steal from Trammell.
It's 2 big plays in a row. Right when Murray was kind of on their heels and got him back in front.
Not a game you can give up points in, and costly pair there.
Kind of a soft bounce pass to the middle, and he just out-quicked him to the ball.
Tough baseline jumper won't go.
Oh, great
offensive
rebound.
board. How about Mertz flying in?
Better close out tight on him.
Jake.
Oh, he got pushed underneath. It's good shot.
Drawn contact. He's having himself a ball game. He's got 25, and he's got a chance for 2 more here. 75% free throw shooter. And, he's normally 49% from the floor. He's well above that here tonight as he hits the first free throw.
Yeah, and they're all in between shots. They're not layups. He's just a great player.
And a lot of them, he's had some open looks, but he's had some contested too. He's had to earn every bit of it. It's been an impressive night.
That's what we were talking about a little bit off camera. Is he's 19 a game. He's not hiding from anybody, and he's still scoring. Everybody's coming after him hard defensively, and he is just too smart for teams right now. You can just tell he's a smart, well-trained player.
His season high is 29. He's at 27 right now. Long three. Won't go. Rebounded there by Mortensen.
I would assume his season high is 29 is because coach takes him out so he doesn't get 50.
He hit it twice. That's a good theory. We'll have to check on that one after the game. It could be. A foul there in the backcourt given by Brady.
Probably 29 because he shares the ball so well. He does make the right read, and teams are probably doubling him hard, and he knows when to kick it. But I firmly believe that the kid could get 40 or 50 if he wanted to on any night.
Oh, man, he has been locked in tonight. Gets the deflection.
Good high hands, too.
Oh, good tap there by Davies. Keeps it here with Murray. The three. Chudi. That was awfully close to a 2. That foot was close to the line, but it is a 3. A lead back to 6.
I think he hopped back behind it well and got his feet and legs ready and knocked it down.
Vicentin strong on the shot. Last touch by Springville.
Something I have not seen a lot in high school games. We're 3 minutes left in the third. 0 timeouts by either team.
Wow, that's a good point. We got sponsors that are all sorts of upset with that. I'm just teasing, but
well, you'll have sponsors after tonight.
Yeah, we will. It's had
why'd
great
you bring me
flow,
on if you don't want sponsors? I'm sure there's like pizza places.
Davies inside, and largest lead of the night here for Murray, Coach.
That's the first time we've heard in Davies in a while, finishing underneath, and I think they need to go back at him a little more deep. There's our first time.
Everything in range tonight, and a quick timeout taken here by Springville. We'll keep it here because I did hear a story that I got to get the other side of.
Firmly deny.
No, this is a fact. I was talking with one of the staffs before the game. They said, you know what? This was the first time I ever had a team rearrange schedule so that they played me on senior night. East, the last home game was Olympus, and Coach Workman was like, you got to give Mitch a hard time because he moved senior night to play us. And he's like, usually you want to win on that. So anyway, he was like, you got to give Mitch a hard time on that one. So I had to just tee that up for you.
I was not happy about that. We didn't have a gym this year, so we only had 5 home games, and 2 of them were COVID related, so our parents wanted to move it up in case COVID popped up again. We'll let you know, our true senior night, Olympus, we were within 5, and we had 2 shots in the last 2 minutes to take the lead. So to me, and I told our players, Olympus is our senior night. Your parents can do whatever the world they want, but Olympus is our senior night.
He said it with a smile. He was joking. He's like, but you gotta talk to Mitch about that one. So
I'm
Coach, there you go.
his house tonight. His car is getting egged from me, so don't worry about it.
That'll be brought to you by Charmin, and that's free sponsorship right
First
there.
sponsor.
2:42 to go here in the third. Stays with Murray.
It's a critical time for Springville. They need to get a stop and then get a good offensive possession.
Chudi.
Another step back. Wow.
Needless to say, the offensive game is alive and well. Nadauld to match it.
I think we may have 2 kids go for 50.
I think we have future participants in the 3-point contest here tonight, huh?
Well, this step back from Chudi, that's something he's really developed this year. And that's what happens when you do a step back 3. They're jumping the 3. He's able to get to the lane, and Davies filled the lane.
And I love the recognition there. Defense coming over. I've got help finding Davies. I feel like that's what makes this Murray team so difficult is the depth of talent that they have. Guys, it's not just the Chudi show.
Well, they're deep, but they find each other. You know, you can be deep, but if you're not finding the open guy, it doesn't really help you. And that's been the difference to me with Murray this year, and especially Chudi. He's finding guys when they have to go double, and that's what good players do, and that's what Jake's doing on the other side as well. When you jump him or try to double, he's hitting the open guy.
Murray has at least 8 guys that have scored double digits in a contest this year. Pretty remarkable.
Well, that's because he was coaching against region guys like me that aren't that bright.
We had a little clock malfunction here, so we're going to try to get that. Oh, no, we're good. Sorry. Foul here called on Murray.
That's a tough one, and that will get you out of your box because it's been pretty physical. And I get what they're trying to do, just keep the physicality from getting a little bit too crazy, but that was a quick whistle.
Thrown into Haslam. Ooh, tough jumpers. Workman was right there. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you watch how they're denying Jake the ball right now, they're not looking to help at all. They're just face guarding him, even when the ball's nowhere near him.
This is Trammell with it. He's been aggressive tonight offensively. I've loved what we've seen from Tayshawn tonight for Murray as he gives it to Chudi.
He's played really well, and that steal off the hustle play was a great play.
Yeah. Chudi around the screen. Boy was looking for that step back. Drives, kicks. Chrisman for three. Just short. Oh, and it finds its way to Davies, and then lost it. Last touch by Springville.
That was a big moment for Springville. You don't want to give Workman open threes and a little bit short. It was a good look.
And they could have worked back to one possession. Instead, that ball stays here with Murray, and we got a timeout here taken by Murray. Full timeout. We'll step aside, take it with them. You're watching second round action of the 5A state tournament on Game Night Live Rewind, only on KSLSports.com.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
Jake said these are awesome for studying.
Line. You shouldn't ever take someone else's medication.
Know your script. Talk to your kids about the dangers of sharing prescriptions.
.1:15 to go here, third quarter. Murray basketball. Chudi down the lane.
Good block.
Got a piece,
just too
gets
strong.
it back.
They spread the floor for him. That was the design play. Just throw it over the top and give Chudi space. And the whole middle was open, and he missed the contact one and then missed the second one.
2 free throws here for Anosike. First rattles out. Chudi's a good free throw shooter.
I'm not saying a word. I don't want to jinx anybody. I don't want to hear from families after this.
That one good. 1 for 2 on the trip for Chudi. Hand it off. Haslam.
Uh-oh.
Got caught in midair.
That was Davies coming over. Good run out.
Oh,
what a play.
Rejection by Mortensen. To the corner, 3 from Burton. Offensive board, Clement blocked away. There's the defensive Davies we know and love.
I think that's 6, right? 6 blocks on the night.
I've lost count.
And the one before that, he changed the shot and got the kid stuck up in the air.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm up here. I'd be embarrassed down there being blocked.
It's best seats in the house, isn't it?
It's a great seat. The best seat's on the bench.
How about the steal by Chrisman? Davies. Oh, good patience.
That was a good call, Dane. He was really patient there with his body and held the pivot foot.
And the quickness there, maybe betraying Springville. The quick shot, no one to rebound it. Murray has the last shot here.
This is a big play right here. This should go to double digits with a 3.
This could be a huge way to close out this third quarter for Murray. Davies, 5 seconds on the clock. Back to Chudi.
You have to step back again.
Down the lane, tough shot. And a foul called here. I think they'll put time back on the clock, but Chudi will head to the line, and that'll be the 5th team foul on Springville.
I was really interested to see if the ref let that go. There was a lot of contact, and he just called kind of a tight one on Murray, so he's kind of committed to it.
They've not put time on the clock yet, so they either have to clear the lanes or they got to put time back on here.
I think they're discussing it, and they're not sure.
Oh, they're putting time. There's an indication there 1 or 2 seconds. They put 1 second on the clock. 2 free throws here for Chudi. And now a conversation. I'm going to come over and confer.
There's a lot of discussion.
Chudi might have some blood.
Oh.
That'd be my guess.
Good eyes from here. So they'll use the timeout, let him shoot the free throws.
Timeout here, 30-second. We'll stay here. Just thank a sponsor or two. Heidemann Associates, a full-service law firm. If you have any legal needs, business, personal, the experts at Heidemann Associates will take care of you. To schedule time, they can meet with you virtually or in person. Call 801-754-4240. I was a little late. I was mid-read. We had someone who wanted to shout out their mom. So all moms, there you go.
Shout-outs.
Your son just gave you a shout-out here on KSLSports.com.
That was awesome. And I'm glad we just picked up our first sponsor with me on the air, because you said we didn't have any sponsors.
Well, no, I said we had them, but they were going to be upset. They didn't have timeouts for the read.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was out there hunting food sponsors. You don't keep this smoking bod without asking for food sponsors.
You got any? I'd love to have some. I'm losing weight here. I need to stay strong and big.
Well, my daughter does cookies in Mountain Home, Idaho, but I don't know if she'd deliver.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't see that coming,
I
did
did
you?
not see that one coming.
Did not know you'd get a Mountain Home, Idaho reference tonight.
No. I'm from Boise. Did you know that?
I did not know
Fun
that.
fact, yeah. So.
Yeah, I lost a game there too my sophomore year, so I'm not a Boise fan. At the buzzer, Albert Springs, 2 free throws, down 1.
I'm glad that things don't stick with you. You
No,
know,
never.
you let things go.
I get over losses.
One of your better
real
traits. Chudi makes the first. One more here.
Must have got the blood off him so he can knock down free throws. Yeah, it's finally a good game. We got some blood and got some people flying around. Makes it a good
1
game.
for 2 again. The
Good
quarter
arm.
expires. 55-47. Murray leading Springville through 3. We've got the fourth quarter coming up when we come back on KSLSports.com. Start of the fourth quarter, 55-47. Dane Stewart, Mitch Smith, and Coach. Springville, they've done a great job hanging around, but Murray, a quick burst there through the end of 3. If you're Springville, how aggressive do you try to be defensively to try to get some extra possessions here in the fourth quarter, especially with the athleticism and speed that we've seen from Murray tonight?
It's a tough call because sometimes you can press yourself completely out of the game, but I will look for Springville to go some soft full court man to speed up the game and see if they can get some easy turnovers. And then if it gets under 4 minutes, they'll have to be a lot more aggressive. And that's kind of going for broke. You throw it all out there, it could turn into 15, or you can get back into the game.
Corner 3 there by Trammell. Skipped across the rim. Springville the other way. Nadauld blocked again. Davies quickly up the floor. Chrisman works it to Workman for 3. Wouldn't go. Chudi with the board. Gets his own miss and a putback.
And we were just talking about that in the break. I love that they come out, Murray, and shoot a deep 3. Go ahead and keep playing. Sometimes it's naturally to kind of slow the game down, worry about the clock.
Quick 3 there. Davies with the clear. And this is dangerous territory. Double-digit lead. Murray starting to build some momentum. You can feel it here in the gym.
Yeah, if Murray scores here, Springville's going to have to go down and call timeout and start speeding things up a little bit.
The drive. Ooh, got the edge. Trammell.
He may, and as a coach, sometimes you don't want to call a timeout till they score, but sometimes that score doesn't come and you're in trouble.
Got to find a response here.
Uh-oh.
Clement lost it.
Springville ball on the jump ball.
And Vicente will come back on the floor. I was just wondering, when do you bring him back? Because it feels like, again, he can kind of be that piece, right, to get yourself kind of recentered, refocused.
They need to get a shot for Jake here or something open. Oh, tough.
Turned over on the inbound. Chudi sends out Chrisman, the three.
No fear. I love it. No fear. Let it go.
I tell you, Springville feels like they are fortunate that Murray's missed a couple of those here in the fourth.
They are, and they are being very, very aggressive with Jake in the open floor.
The sentence short, Chudi the board. Nothing dropping here in the fourth quarter for Springville. Trammell works out. Oh, good find of Davies.
Oh, and one.
And one.
It's kind of what I was saying a second ago. As a coach, and it's tough. I've held on to timeouts too, but it was 8. Chose not to call a timeout, and now we're up to 14 with a free throw. So this is a big moment.
It was 55-47 through 3. It has been a 6-0 burst, a chance to go 7-0 for Murray here in the fourth. As we've got another discussion here with the officials, and I don't know if they're trying to figure out who the foul was on. Do we have a technical foul?
Oh.
I mean, I saw a reaction by Murray that wasn't real pleased. It's going to be a free throw here for Davies. That's good.
Obviously, we can't see what was said or anything down here. I don't see Springville arguing the call at all.
And so, yeah, I
double
missed what
T,
it was.
Looks like 2 teams are shooting. Must be a double T.
Well, no, the one was an and one, right? Because
right,
Davies
shot one.
Right, so that was the and one. So this is going to be the technical was called on Murray. Hence the free throws here for Springville, but I don't know what happened or was said.
We must have missed some kind of taunting reaction after he scored. I'd hate to assume, but I didn't see a lot there up here, but we're out of it.
Yeah. 2 for 2. And it will be Springville basketball. 35 now for Jake.
Can we see who they gave the foul on? I don't even see if there's a T. It's probably a foul.
Yeah, they have not been, well, I didn't pay attention to it, and they didn't announce it, so I am not certain.
Good weak side defense on the lob.
How impressive has Murray been? Really doing the little things here in the fourth. Defensive rebounding, contesting shots as Davies works out.
What they've done great, I mean, their offense is really good, but their defense has really stepped up and made things really hard on Jake. If you remember early in the third quarter, they kind of called that touch foul out in the open. Yeah. You can see why they call it, because they're being really physical with him on the drive and bumping him off his line everywhere.
I'll tell you, talking with Coach Workman before the game, I asked him about Chudi's improvement year over year. He said, you know where he's gotten really better is defensively. Said when he lost.
But you need to get some turnovers because Murray's just going too strong to the hole, and then Davies can finish any missed shot.
Timeout. We'll take it with them. Be back. You're watching Game Night Live Rewind's coverage of the 5A state playoffs.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of View.
Welcome back. Murray basketball. Springville bringing that pressure here.
So they're doing kind of a full court, soft, 100% defense and just trying to put them in trouble with something and see if they can get an easy turnover.
Reminder, the winner of this game will play the winner of Payson and Timpview. That will be Monday at 2:30 up on the hill. We'll have that game for you right here on KSLSports.com as we'll have the conclusion of the 5A, 6A boys and girls state tournaments right here. Every game remaining in the state tournament will be live on KSLSports.com. Workman back with Davies, kicks out. Chudi.
Nope.
That was off the mark. Up the floor.
Good run out.
Clement.
Oh, he got pushed. Whoops.
And Springville, the bench there, making the same argument, Coach, you said. I got pushed. And
yeah, up in the air, he's kind of in a vulnerable position. It doesn't take a lot to push him out when they're up in the air, and it's obviously easier to see up here behind the play. but there was just a little bit of contact that make him miss that layup.
And that was the 7th team foul. So free throws the rest of the way for Murray. It's going to be 1-1 here for Chudi.
They've been, if you just saw the last half-court offense, they're fronting Chudi and bringing help and being very physical, and it caused kind of a run-out play because of good defense there. Just missed the run-out. It's too bad. You always like to see defense cause your offense, and that's what Springville just did.
Chudi's free throw won't go, and a foul here called on Davies. That's going to be the 4th here on Davies.
So with him having 4, I'm assuming that play earlier caused him a foul, and you just got to call that, a big guy going over the back. As a big guy, you hate to see that call, but there was contact over the back.
As a small guard, I love to see the big guys get fouls.
Great
Corner
knockdown.
3.
Big shot.
Who said they're on live support? Springville's in this game. Less than 4 to go, 7-point difference. The Red Devils are marching back.
Held on to their timeout. Smart. Don't listen to me. So they had the timeout there after the knockdown. They probably won't come full court. Too hard of pressure. Just kind of that soft under defense because there's a lot of time left. Only down 7.
So if you're Springville, right? We've seen Murray be really good on the glass, a good ball movement, unselfish play. What are you focusing on right now defensively to try to limit Murray's efficiency and effectiveness offensively?
Well, exactly what they just did. They fronted Chudi, but it wasn't just a front. It was a physical front. They were getting into his legs and pushing him so he couldn't elevate. Someone's going to have to hit a shot from Murray cross court because they had 3 guys in the paint the last time down, and they did just take out Davies for a second. So, you know, Springville's going to be able to go to the rim and cause some havoc when they do to get the ball. That went off Murray.
Oh, wow. They called that out off of Springville. I thought that hit the thigh.
That went off him, and maybe there's a reach or something there, but that's a couple calls in a row.
I'll tell you, you know what I love? Coach Snell, for a second, was, hey, that should have been ours, and then immediately reverts, hey, guys, it's okay. Let's lock in. Let's go get it.
That's great. Doesn't help you to dwell in it and fight with the refs. You got a game to coach and a team to get motivated. If you lose focus as a coach worrying about the refs, your team does also.
Yep. Trammell with it. And there's that patience by Murray. You asked the question, right? How aggressive is Murray? And right now they're working some time off, and a foul here 35 feet away. We'll go to the line. Chrisman to the line.
Yeah, I think they're fine with that being aggressive to see if they can knock down another 1-on-1. So they're fine with the aggressive on the guard right there. They have to be, obviously you have to be real aggressive. 3 minutes left. You got to take some chances.
And Chrisman has been going 1 for 2 on the trips, and that one is missed, but the offensive rebound for Murray.
That was a long rebound. You can't really fault Springville there. That was a deep rebound.
Workman, nearly lost that, was able to keep it for Murray.
Right now we're seeing Murray kind of being fine, dribbling around and not attacking the rim.
3 minutes to go. Chrisman again. And that's not the matchup. Mortensen has 4 fouls. He can't foul.
Can't foul, but this is a tough one. You sit and dribble around, and we were talking about it.
Offensive foul.
It's really hard for high school guards to make the right play for 30 seconds, let alone for a minute holding the ball.
And that was the 6th team foul on Murray, so now free throws the rest of the way for Springville as well. They'll be in the bonus.
And no big inside for Murray to change the shot.
Yeah, Davies still on the bench. Not anymore. He's coming to the table and not giving up.
Attack.
Trammell.
It's a 3-on-1. He made the right decision to attack him.
Back up to 9, and now a foul here given near midcourt on the reach there, Bowie.
Probably not the guy you want to reach on right now is Murray. Up 9 and fouling one of the best scorers in the state.
Davies going to come back on the floor here, as it will be 1-1 here for Jake Nadauld. Just a pedestrian 35 tonight.
Still may get the 50.
He is well past his season high.
Look for Springville to get Davies in a pick and roll situation to make him decide if he's going to foul, get him out of the game, or attack him. He may back off, scared to foul, and give some open looks.
One more here for Jake.
So they're doing a full court deny. They deny the catchers, and the last time they backed off once they got it in. This time they jumped him. Oh, he held it. It's good no call.
Yeah, it was close, but I thought it was not a travel.
Yep.
Workman through the lane. You gamble, and sometimes you lose.
That was a big time play by Workman because, like I said earlier, sometimes high school kids won't go to score, and they gambled, and he made them pay.
Davies had the rebound and is fouled.
Either way, this has been a great game by both teams.
Yes, it has. Third personal on Jake will walk down, and Murray feels like they can start to sense it here a little bit, Coach.
Yep, I'll tell you what, Chudi has 27, but Davies really changed the game with the blocks because he just made Springville where they couldn't get into the lane or do much. 6 blocks and probably 5 other where he changed the shot. That's big time.
It's kind of like you want to know why Nadauld has 37, because they couldn't get anything inside because of Davies defensively.
Yeah, they got a couple of early hoops inside, and then Davies just started blocking everything. Yeah. He's got good height, he's an athlete, and he's got good length.
Nadauld sets it up, and that's going to be the 5th on Davies. I thought he did a pretty good job staying vertical there.
But that was a great job by Jake. Jake went into the body. He stayed straight up and down, but he did move a little bit towards us, if you saw that. And Jake's the scorer. He's going to find contact.
Davies has fouled out. 14 points, near that many blocks. He's got to be near a triple-double because he's got to have 8 rebounding or so, 7 or 8 blocks tonight.
I think he's got 6 or 7 just offensive rebounds. He's been very active and really changed the game with just how he plays and his aggressiveness on the defensive end.
68-57. There's 2 free throws here for Nadauld. First one rattles out.
The tough part is you got Murray with some really good guards and Workman, and Chudi's strong with the ball. It's going to be hard to get turnovers on him.
Second one good. 10-point difference.
They're doing full denial. Once they put it on the floor, they'll do a jump where they jump with the second guy.
A quick foul there. You ready for an update here, Coach?
I'm here, excited to hear that East is winning in the second round, right?
Yes, they are.
Awesome.
Yeah, in fact, why are you here? What are you doing here?
I'm more useful here.
Waiting on a score. Davis is in a ball game in the second round of the 6A state tournament, playing Syracuse tonight. And
that's a local rival.
42-39. Syracuse has the lead with 25 seconds left.
Oh,
potential
my heavens.
upset of the number 2 team in 6A in the second round.
Yeah, that's a tough game. That's I believe they're region guys.
They
also.
Are. It's
that
the
is
third matchup.
Hard to beat a team 3 times, and that's what we were hoping against Olympus on Wednesday. It didn't work out. It's hard to beat a team 3 times.
Both wins were for Davis, double-digit in both wins, and right now Syracuse has them on the ropes. Nadauld pull up there, able to score it. Timeout. 70-60. I think one timeout left for Springville.
He's got his 40. He still may get 50. His season high was what?
29.
That is not right.
Yeah. I
do not believe you.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Hashtag sources.
Sources. Who are your sources?
It's real official. We go online. And,
okay.
Although,
that's always right. That's what my kids say. Online's right. You can't argue online.
I will say Abraham Lincoln once said 60% of the facts you find online are not true. So it's
as a guy over 50, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I'm going to go and pull it up just so you can see it.
No, I trust you.
He did it twice this year. And when we look at Jake, had 29 against Provo And 29 against Knight out of California. He's hit 28 a couple times, but has not hit 30 until tonight.
And he's got 40. For them to win, he needs to get 50. That means we have
he does.
Some excitement going down the stretch and maybe some overtime. Let's see what they do here on the press. They've been in a man press, and once they dribble, they bring the second guy to jump the ball. And Murray's done a good job of drawing contact and not having to make that pass in traffic.
1:36 to go here. Murray basketball. They've handled this pressure pretty well tonight.
They've done a great job with the pressure. And like I said, the guards, when they catch it, they're not trying to dribble through. They're drawing contact.
Oh, and a foul there. Bodies to the floor will send Chudi to the line. You can't fault Delamis for being aggressive there, but
that was real contact.
Yeah.
That was not drawing contact. That was real contact. Chudi's going to have to step up and knock down free throws. They're in the double bonus, I believe, which make things a lot easier.
When you think about this team, Coach, you're familiar with 5A, obviously. How well positioned is Murray to make a run to a semifinal or a championship game?
Well, it just comes out how you play. And they came out today and played hard, and they played with confidence. And that's going to be a test because you're going to play teams that you haven't seen. And obviously in the final, you could run into the Titans. And you have to be confident with yourself because Olympus doesn't give you any confidence.
They are on the other side. That could be a championship game as Nadauld for three again.
Telling you, Danny, he's going to get 50.
And there's a 5-second count. They were late to the ball.
Good deny, and Springville ball down 9. They have a shot.
The clock is still running. Oh, they didn't stop the clock.
Let's see if they get it fixed.
I have 1:18. So you want to text your teammate down there and tell him?
There's a reason you have home court advantage and why you fight for home court all year. And it's for a 9-second runoff.
Yeah, I'll just.
I mean, try playing in Turkey with home court advantage.
You were doing so good. Where's that mute button? Quickly.
You're not allowed to say that? That's home court advantage. If my clock doesn't give me 1 or 2 at the end of the game when we need it, they're not being paid enough.
I have 1:18 here. It's got 1:09 on the scoreboard. And look, if the officials didn't see it, they can't add time.
Yeah, I was looking. I thought it was 1:14 or 1:15. Let's see what they do here. The clock does run on the make. It doesn't stop in high school, but they called the 5 seconds, and it kept running, as you saw.
They're leaving at 1:09.
They didn't add anything. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Deep 3.
Workman with the rebound.
Don't want to foul Workman.
We'll walk down and take free throws here with Sparta.
Very impressed with Murray's composure. They had the one 5-second call, but other than that, they've been very composed.
Free throws here for Workman.
Springville really has a small lineup. Why they're so small is because they know they're going to have to press. It's hard to press with big kids full court.
One of the things we've not talked about, how about the youth of this Murray team? Bowen Davies is the only senior.
Yeah, thanks. They're in our region.
I'm sorry. Nadauld, he's got to create here, and he does.
They only have 1 timeout left.
Chudi fouled.
They tried to foul a couple of times, and they didn't give him the foul. They grabbed him a couple of times, and sometimes you're reluctant as a high school kid to foul him too hard because you don't want the intentional foul.
Right. Chudi heading to the line here to take 2. He's got 29.
Seen 2 great performances tonight.
Indeed.
Well, 3. Forgetting about Davies.
Yeah,
Davies was, to me, I know as a big guy, I'm kind of partial, but to change shots and get that many boards, each time he changes a shot or gets a block, that's 2 points.
I think that's a great call, right? A lot of people see the points and say, hey, we've had a great battle tonight, but Davis did so many. He had a nice offensive night, but he did so many great little things that affected this game monumentally.
Big three, knocked it down. Just used their last timeout. Kind of a must thing to use a timeout there.
Yeah. 76-68. Coach, you thought we'd get to the 80s? We might tonight.
Well, I'm hoping. My family doesn't want to see me home too early, so if we can get an overtime out of this, that'd be a great game. I've been part of way too many games where you're 8 to 10 points with over 40 and you end up losing it.
Yeah.
There's a lot that can go wrong, so you just got to stay composed.
Yeah. 45 for Nadauld, 31 for Chudi. Davies is fouled out. And Murray here going to try to salt this one away. Advance to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, we'll see if Springville lets the trap happen for a second and not foul right away. That's a tough call because if you let them be trapped and Murray anticipating the foul and they get themselves in trouble because they're anticipating the foul, they can either travel, get a jump ball, or get in trouble with the 10-second clock.
Let me ask you this, because I've been surprised. I think there's been a change in philosophy in basketball in recent years. It used to be you want to extend the game with free throws. Now you do see teams trying to play for the steal or the turnover. What's the thought there? What do you prefer?
Well, it depends what you kind of think of your team. I've always been, unless you're desperate, 8 and more, like it is now, which is you probably have to foul early. But I always played for the steal because, I've been part of too many games with the guards. It's tough to handle pressure and make the right decision all the time and do it. I mean, if you ever do the drill where you can't dribble and you got to pass the ball around for 10 passes, it doesn't get very often to 10.
So when that's the case, at what point do you say you play for the steal to this point? Is that 5 seconds? Is that 10 seconds? Is that half court? Like, what is that indicator?
Play for the steal, say 30 seconds and right around 4 points.
Okay.
If it's above that, then you got to start fouling and hope for a little help.
Nadauld.
Tough thing now is they're kind of playing for threes instead of taking the quick two, and that's a tough one too. Sometimes the quick two is just as good.
Final. Davis goes down. Second round, the Davis Darts have lost to Syracuse.
Well, it's not March yet, but that's what you expect right around this time.
And let's take a moment. You just never know. Right? You can't take anything for granted in these state tournaments. And what makes them so fun?
That's why you play the games, and that's why there's so much heartbreak in it, too, and so many miracles. You always got to have belief, and obviously Syracuse came out with nothing to lose and did the big upset.
That's a team that went down to Lone Peak and won in the first round. They backed that up by going on the road to Davis and knocked them off. Watch out for the Titans. I saw that game. Caden Erickson. There's some talent on Brock Williams. There's some scoring on that Syracuse team.
They have some talent down there, and as you're seeing it, now they have that belief after the first round upset, and then to go down to Davis and get them, kind of a rival of neighborhoods.
You going to come join us up on the hill next week?
Of course I will, but in Friday I'll be on vacation in Mexico because I can't watch this stuff when I'm not involved. It's tough. For you to even get me here is amazing.
I'm not going to lie. I was thrilled when you said, yeah, that sounds fun. I'll be there. I was like, yes.
I thought about 30 minutes. It's tough to be in here and not be coaching. You feel for your kids. I miss my kids too much already.
Long three here. Won't go. Batted out.
So I would look for Springville not to foul here. Probably just let the clock run out after they score, or if they score.
Tough shot. They fouled him. Nadauld will head to the line.
They're trying to help me get his 50.
He's at 45. Could certainly still do it.
Well, he's going to knock down 3, get a steal, score at the buzzer. They'll lose, but he'll get 50. Do I get anything? Like, do you have a side bet?
I'll buy you dinner. I'll take you to dinner. We talked about the youth for Murray. Jake Nadauld, a senior. Talk about what a way to close out your career. I mean, on the road playoff game, 40. He's at 46 now.
Yeah, his career's not going to be done. This kid's going to play somewhere. There's teams throughout the country that need kids, and it could be, there's D1 hopes, obviously, but then there's D2, D3, and JC. Kid's going to play somewhere if he wants to. He's too good a scorer.
48 points for Jake Nadauld.
They just pulled him. Classy move.
You got to tip your cap. Result might not have ended up how Springville would have wanted, but man, what a way to go out. Chrisman up with Workman. The Murray Spartans. And a foul here given. 5 seconds to go. Gonna advance to the quarterfinal.
Big win for Murray. That's why you play for the RPI and get the home court. Murray stayed in it, stayed focused the whole game, and stayed very, very aggressive offensively. And like I said, I still think that the defense by the big of Murray was a big difference.
It changed the dynamic for how Springville could attack Murray.
Yeah, we got 48-9, 4 and 2.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It is tough. And we've seen Vicente not be on the floor major minutes because of that battle, right?
Because of the
they
battle,
had to go with the guard lineup.
The strength, and it's hard to be effective when you have a big like that guarding you.
Yeah. I thought that door might go the other way tonight, but Davies left no doubt here for Murray. Chudi was fantastic. The scorer stepped up, and Murray gonna advance to the quarters with a 82-75 win.
And he just got his 50th.
Oh, how about that? How about that? I owe you dinner, Coach. Dinner on me.
I got grandkids at home. I'll get you dinner next time.
We'll do it another time.
Yes.
But, hey, congratulations. Great year for Springville. But tonight, it was Murray, 82-75. Coach, your final thoughts on a player of the game.
That was a great game. Did you say play of the game or player?
Player of the game.
That's a tough one. Chudi dominated with his strength. But, him and Davis, can we go co? They both just played great because it's the defense. But Chudi's strength did make a difference early in the game with his scoring. But like I said, I like the big also, so I'm going to go co, and you can buy them both dinner. I'm sure that's allowed.
Man, what a great game. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a pleasure. We want to remind you, all next week, 5A, 6A, up on the hill. We'll have all those games live for you right here on KSLSports.com. Murray defeating Springville 82-75. For Tino Psyche, Mitch Smith, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you next week for the conclusion of the 5A.